We're going with beauty rather than the beast.
Beauty or the beast? This ain't your first rodeo, boys. Let's go.
One of the issues that we've seen playing out down here since the House came back in session has been this back and forth between Independent MLA Alana Pond and the Speaker's office regarding back rent due to her constituency office landlord. On Monday, we learned that the Speaker's office has agreed to pay that back rent, but what this situation has really illustrated is the challenges and frankly the isolation that an independent MLA can find themselves in when they're trying to do business.
Right, they're also very much free agents. When you're unshackled from a caucus, you really don't have to, you're not accountable to anyone but the people who put you there. And frankly, the House has very little in the way of mechanisms to bring you to heel unless you do something outrageously egregious where somebody brings a motion to the House to have you either censured or booted out of the House, which is extremely rare.
Yeah, but even with that freedom, I think most people would argue it's a disadvantage to be an independent down here. When we think about the recent independent MLAs we've seen down here, Andrew Younger, Alana Pond, Trevor Zink, none of them chose to be independents. They were all forced into that role because they were kicked out of caucus for some type of behavior that crossed paths with the leader. And what happens to you when you become an independent is you lose all the muscle that comes from being a member of the caucus. You lose the research staff, you lose the assistants, you lose the colleagues, quite frankly, who are on the floor, who might help support and shepherd through ideas that you're trying to promote.
And have your back in case you get in a little trouble. In this particular case, Alana Pond is very much a free agent. She's all on her own. She does have an office here in Halifax, which is what independents get. She gets one person as an assistant here in Halifax, along with her constituency assistant.
That's nothing close to the resources she would have had with the Tories. And so what it shows, I think, is that sure, there are some advantages to being an independent MLA down here, but more often than not, you're on your own. And more often than not, it's quite a challenge to get your business done.
Right, but they also don't have to worry about all the party stuff, the team building, the building the narrative towards the next election. All they have to do is be laser focused on looking after their constituents and doing their constituency work, so it frees them up from all the other stuff. The problem is, though, is that you also do not have the team that a caucus has to be able to go campaigning, and that's why independents, in terms of re-election, have done so poorly in the past.